OLTO. The standout feature of the ALTO electric bike is its dual personality. The pedals aren't just decorative, they actually work. You can cruise along like you would on a regular bike, or lock the pedals in place and let them serve as a relaxed footrest. Either way, the motor ensures a smooth ride. It's a Class 2 electric vehicle, so you can use bike lanes up to 20 miles per hour. It can also run as a Class 3 with pedal assist up to 28 miles per hour, or in an unlocked mode up to 33 miles per hour. Under ideal conditions, you can expect about 40 miles of range. Standard charger needs around 5.5 hours, while fast charger takes about 3 hours. With a battery installed, the frame weighs about 176 pounds and can carry up to 353 lbs in total. The body is 66 in long, 27 in wide, and 42 in tall, with a 47 in wheelbase and a 29 in seat height. A 4.3 in LCD display shows speed, battery level, and system status. The expected price is around $3,500. Music. Airbike. People have dreamed of personal flight for a long time. This project makes that dream true with a small craft that uses jet engines. The vehicle itself weighs about 30 kilograms. It's built from carbon fiber and 3D printed parts to keep it strong but light. It can carry a pilot up to 95 kilograms. Top speed depends on the setup. At full power, it can reach about 100 to 24 miles per hour. It uses several tiny jet turbines with backups for safety. Some reports say it can steer by directing the engine thrust. It runs on common fuels like diesel, biodiesel, Jet E1, or kerosene. There are no big spinning propellers, so music the shape stays compact and jet-like. Today's prototypes can fly for roughly 10 minutes per tank. Refueling takes under a minute, so turnaround is fast. A built-in flight computer handles balance and stability. It manages hovering and quick adjustments to keep the craft steady. The cockpit is open, giving the pilot a clear 360 degrees view. Many people say it looks like a sci-fi speeder bike. The biggest drawback is the short flight time. Liquid fuel helps, because you can refuel quickly, but jet turbines use a lot of fuel and make heat and noise. The ultralight structure keeps weight low, but leaves little room for extra reinforcement. As for the price, it's expected to be around $120,000. OMO X. The OX reimagines urban mobility by offering high-end automotive technology in the compact form of a scooter. Its most impressive feature is the automatic parking mode, which allows users to simply tap an open spot on the screen and let the scooter park itself. To stay aware of its surroundings, it has a lot of sensors. There's blind spot detection, warnings if you're about to hit something, help with hard braking, and even the ability to talk to nearby vehicles. Music. A ring of cameras gives it a full 360 degrees view. The frame can be set up in different ways, so you can choose how you want to ride. It can be a step-through like a scooter, a more classic motorcycle shape, or a touring setup with extra storage. The design is sharp, and angular with slim lights, big on-screen controls, and layered panels. There's also a wireless charging pad under the body for charging accessories or your phone while parked. The company plans to launch between late 2025 and early 2026, starting in Southeast Asian cities, where two-wheelers are common. The expected price is about $3,800, which puts it in the mid-range, more than standard models, but less than high-end electric motorcycles. It's aimed at city riders dealing with busy traffic who could use features like self-parking and automated help. There are a few things to watch. The advanced features could mean more maintenance over time. We don't yet know how well it will perform in tough weather or on rough roads. Some places may also have legal limits on features like remote summon and vehicle-to-vehicle communication. Until the full specs come out, OMX looks like an ambitious platform focused on making riding smarter and easier. Music at just 187 pounds, this small tracked HOMIAK vehicle is built for rough terrain. Instead of using four wheels, it moves on a single rubber track, similar to a snowmobile. This design helps it glide over sand, mud, and snow, even on hills. Its low center of gravity keeps it balanced, and with a top speed of 27 miles per hour, it's quick enough for trails, but still safe to control. One of its best features is fuel efficiency. It uses about a quart of fuel per hour, which gives up to 10 hours of non-stop operation on its main tank. Music. There's also a 1.3 gal backup canister that adds another 5 hours of runtime. There are also built-in storage compartments, perfect for carrying tools, gear, or supplies. What makes it especially convenient is that it can fold down to fit in the trunk of a car, so you don't need a trailer. This makes transporting easier. Ready. Pegasus. To take your water adventures up a notch? Step aboard the Pegasus, an electric boat that fuses the sleek elegance of classic Formula One design with cutting-edge innovation. It's built for easy, precise control without a lot of noise or splash. It measures 16.0 feet long and 3.1 feet wide. The body is all carbon fiber. It weighs 200 kilograms with the full electric system installed. Draft depends on how you use it. About 1 m when moving in displacement with the foils down, 0.3 to 0.4 m while foiling, and around 0.3 m with the foils pulled up. Power comes from an 18 kilowatts electric motor, fed by two 5 kilowatt-hour Torqeedo battery. A full charge from empty takes under 2 hours. In normal cruising, you can ride for more than 2 hours. Typical cruising speed is 18 to 22 knots and top speed is about 30 knots. The hydraulic setup is a simple inline pair, a steering foil at the front and another foil at the back. The front foil has a flap and a mechanical height adjuster that work with a small one touching the water's surface. Steering is handled up front and feels similar to a motorcycle, quick and intuitive. While you steer, the automatic foil controls keep the craft stable. The price of this electric boat is around $164,000. Music. The PERALTA S is a unique supercar built PERALTA S. By GFG Style together with manufacturer Automobile Torino for the Mexican collector Carlos Peralta. It's built on the Maserati MC20 platform, keeping the same chassis and engine. Its performance is expected to be close to the MC20, reaching 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 2.9 seconds and topping out near 202 miles per hour. Though its custom body might affect the car's weight and aerodynamics. What makes the Peralta S stand out most is its design. The body is made mostly of mirror-polished aluminum, giving the car a reflective look. Carbon fiber is added in important places like the front spoiler, rear diffuser, and side sills. The car structure is split into three main sections: the hood, the large glass canopy in the middle, and music. The rear glass and metal flow together, creating a continuous surface. Instead of normal doors, the car uses a large canopy that tilts forward for entry. The side windows can also open upwards in a gull-wing style. Inside the cabin reimagines the MC20's layout with custom touches like leather, carbon fiber, and aluminum finishes. The controls are arranged differently, too, with some switches like the turn signals positioned on the upper edge of the steering wheel. Music. eMotion prototype. This is a tiny electric vehicle that blends motorcycle agility with small car safety. It can reach about 71 miles per hour and lean more than 35 degrees in corners. It weighs roughly 5 to 7 pounds and measures about 92 x 31 x 67 inches. The seats are arranged one behind the other with the driver in front. You steer with handlebars, so it feels familiar if you've ridden a two-wheeler. Power comes from either a fixed battery that can go up to about 124 amp per charge, or swappable battery packs, each good for about 43 amp. You can choose based on your trip or charging options. The frame tilts as you turn, which helps keep balance and makes tight turns feel smooth. Even though it's compact, it includes safety features you'd expect in a car. 4-point seat belts, crash boxes at the front and rear, and interior materials that absorb impact. The body is mostly enclosed to protect you from the weather, though some versions show the legs partly open. Its narrow width makes it easier to deal with heavy traffic and to find parking in the city. If you're riding alone, the rear seat can slide forward to free up extra storage space. Charging depends on which battery setup you pick. Plug in the fixed battery or quickly swap the modular packs. The project is still early. A pilot launch is planned for 2025 with wider availability expected afterward. In places like France, you'd use a standard driver's license plus a short training session. Exact rules vary by country because it sits between a motorcycle and a small car. Music. INMOTION V12S. With this electric unicycle, city streets will never be the same. It can reach about 43.5 miles per hour and go 60 to 75 miles on a charge. It has strong torque and can climb slopes up to 35 degrees. A 16-in tubeless tire grips well and smooth small bumps, and the hydraulic suspension music has about 90 mm of travel. The wheel weighs about 77 pounds and supports riders up to 309 pounds. Its size is roughly 21x8x20 in, making it small enough for storage and transport. A 4.3-inch touch screen shows your ride data. Up front, a 12-watt headlight has an adjustable beam, and there are ambient RGB lights with 256 color options. Charging takes about 7 hours. You also get USB-A and USB-C ports to power gadgets. Inside, a Raptor Y controller delivers high current while keeping temperatures in check. The battery management system watches each cell to balance charging and protect the pack. Through the app, you can remote lock the wheel, see live location, and get theft alerts. Dual hi-fi speakers are built in, and you can sync audio with friends. The range is 120 kilometers, and the unicycle is priced at $2,400. Green Rock Dawg. Say hello to the Green Rock Dawg, a buggy built for serious off-roading. It runs on a 1.9L Volkswagen turbo diesel engine. The drivetrain is set up to keep moving on steep hills. One of its unique features is the adjustable wheelbase. The buggy can stretch out for extra stability on climbs or shorten up when the path gets narrow. Along with that, the ground clearance can be raised or lowered depending on the terrain. It drops lower for faster stretches to stay stable and lifts higher when rocks are in the way. The steering system adds another layer of control. Because the back wheels can also turn, the buggy makes tight corners more easily and feels steadier when crossing wide, open areas. This machine is made for tough conditions music where regular vehicles get stuck. Whether it's soft sand, sharp stones, or slippery mud, it keeps its grip and balance. What makes it stand out is the feeling it gives the driver. Paths that once looked unreachable start to feel possible, and challenges turn into chances to push further. When other buggies give up, this one is only just hitting its stride. If there were an off-road version of the Oscars, it would sweep every category. GYROMOTION. The GYROMOTION is powered by different VORTEX engines. In the air, it can reach speeds of about 115 miles per hour while still being able to fly slowly at around 19 miles per hour. On the ground, it switches to an electric motor that lets it drive at speeds of up to 37 miles per hour, though in many places the law limits it to around 25 miles per hour. Its maximum takeoff weight is between 1,100 and 1,235 lb depending on setup, and the empty weight is about 750 lb without the road equipment. For flying, it uses regular natural 95 gasoline. And for driving, it relies only on the electric motor. This vehicle works in two modes. It can fly like a gyroplane and also drive on the road. It was developed through a partnership between AGN Systems Limited in the Czech Republic and Auto Gyro in Germany. In the air, it flies using its rotor and a propeller at the back. On the ground, an electric drive system, usually located in the front, makes it move like a small music car. Switching between flying and driving requires special hardware, and the pilot controls them using systems placed around the seat and dashboard. For safety on the road, the rotor is locked in position. When not flying, the GYROMOTION is currently approved for use in the Czech Republic with more European certifications in progress. Its design makes it possible to land and then continue driving directly on public roads. Still, rules for speed, safety, and road use differ by country, and it is available for $129,000. Music. Music Woody is a small vehicle that can power Woody itself with sunlight. Its solar panels collect and store energy during the day, giving it up to 25 miles of driving range. Without fuel, charging cables, or any connection to public infrastructure. It's built with recyclable materials from the frame to the interior, aiming to reduce its environmental impact as much as possible. The car is best suited for city life, where daily trips are usually short. Its compact size makes it easy to navigate through traffic and slip into tight parking spaces. For people who drive less than 25 m a day, the energy it gathers from the sun is usually enough to cover all of their needs without relying on outside power. Music Woody isn't made for long road trips, but it handles everyday routines well. Commutes, errands, and local outings. It runs quietly and produces no emissions, making it a clean alternative to gas cars and even to electric cars that depend on the grid. Unlike other vehicles, it works fully on its own without needing a fuel station or a home charging point. Stylish, high-tech, and environmentally friendly, the Woody stands apart, leaving many of its competitors behind. Its design blends style with advanced technology, making it a car that immediately captures attention. Music, but the Woody is not just about transportation. It's about making a statement. Driving it means embracing both sophistication and responsibility. After all, what could be more prestigious than owning a car that respects the environment as much as it delivers performance? Music. Music. The Bentley EXP15 represents a daring Bentley EXP15 vision of what luxury electric vehicles might become. As a concept car, it illustrates how the iconic British brand imagines its path forward into the future. The shape follows 5 simple ideas. Upright elegance gives the front a calm vertical look. The classic Bentley grille stays center stage and now includes split headlights. The endless bonnet line runs the full length of the car. A resting beast stance makes it long and low without looking angry. The rear forms a clean, prestigious shield, framing a fresh take on the Bentley badge. LED lights in the grille and tail echo Bentley's diamond pattern. 4. Better airflow. It uses twin active spoilers and a moving rear diffuser that adjusts while you drive. The paint color, called Palace Gold, is a satin metallic with ultrafine aluminum flakes. It lets radar pass through and reflects LAR so the car sensors can work properly. Inside, the layout breaks the usual rules. There are 3 seats, 2 in front and 1 behind the driver. On the passenger side, there's a coach-style opening for easier access. The front passenger seat can swivel outward, and footrests fold into the floor to make neat storage spaces. The rear hatch can open into a little lounge with seats, lighting, and storage that slide out for a social setup. Are you ready for this level of luxury? WEPED Sonic X. The WEPED Sonic X is an electric scooter built for people who are always in a hurry. It uses two hub motors that together put out a steady 4000 W. The battery runs at 84 made from Samsung cells. In perfect conditions, that can mean close to 62 miles of range, but real range depends on hills, your speed, and your weight. Top speed is a big part of the story. It cruises safely around 75 miles per hour and can push close to 80 miles per hour. It rolls on 13-in tubeless tires and has hydraulic 4-piston brakes on both wheels, plus an electronic brake to help you stop. The ride is cushioned by oil shocks, 1 in the front and 2 in the back. The frame is CNC machined from strong aluminum, giving it a solid feel. It's heavy at around 175 pounds. Lighting is built in with dual headlights and tail/brake lights so you're visible. A widescreen shows your speed, miles, and battery level. The folding setup brings the handlebar, stem, wheels, and kickstand together, then locks quickly with a gold pin latch. Range drops if you ride fast or climb a lot, yet the strong brakes, suspension, and rigid frame help it stay stable and in control, even on demanding rides. It may be on the pricey side at around $9,900. But for anyone with a true passion for speed, it's an incredible option. The question is, would you be bold enough to ride one? Music when regular motorcycles start to feel EXILE Trike. Two ordinary, custom trikes take the stage. It began life as a 1998 Harley-Davidson Heritage, but it's been rebuilt into a trike with big changes in both design and performance. The back wheels use a car-style differential, which makes turns smoother and more controlled. The brakes were upgraded to handle the extra weight. The builder also had to rethink the controls after an accident left his right hand weaker. To keep riding, many of the bike's functions were shifted to his left hand. The throttle, usually on the right, music was rerouted and redesigned for easier use. Every change was tested until it felt natural, creating a bike tailored to the rarest body and needs. Visually, you can still see some of the Harley's original style, music, but the differences stand out. New rear fenders fit the wider axle. The seat was recovered to give better back support, and the handlebars were chosen to reduce fatigue during long rides. This isn't a simple restoration. It's a complete reimagining. eFOLDi Explorer. When comfort takes priority over adrenaline, the eFOLDi Explorer electric scooter becomes your ideal travel partner. It weighs about 37.5 pounds. And when folded, it's small enough to fit in tight spaces, about 26 in long, 22 in wide, and 16 in tall. When you're using it, it opens up to about 48 x 22 x 33 inches. The scooter runs on a front wheel 240 W motor. With a full charge, you can travel up to 14 m and reach speeds of around 8 miles per hour. It also features a seat with a 4-point suspension system. Music. It can handle slopes up to about 10 degrees and has a manual handbrake for stopping. With a turning radius of around 40 in, it's easy to steer in tight spots. One of the biggest benefits is how easy it is to fold and transport. It fits in car trunks and can be taken on buses or trains without hassle. Its low center of gravity keeps it stable while riding. And if it has the right lighting, it might even be allowed on some roads depending on local rules. The battery is airline friendly in many cases as long as it meets inspection requirements. The scooter is priced at $3,672. AW109 GrandNew. GrandNew is a light premium class helicopter. It runs on 2 turboshaft engines. Together, they give it enough power to carry about 7,000 pounds inside the cabin or a little more when carrying loads externally. Its main rotor spans over 35 feet and with the blades turning, the aircraft stretches about 42 feet long music and stands a little over 11 feet tall. Depending on how it's set up, the cockpit can hold 1 or 2 pilots, while the cabin can seat 6 passengers. When it comes to performance, this helicopter is designed for tough environments. It can hover close to the ground at altitudes up to 15,600 feet and even away from ground effect at around 10,000 feet on a full tank of usable fuel. It can stay in the air for about 4.5 hours at 5,000 feet. Cruising speed is around 153 knots, giving it the ability to cover ground quickly while still operating well at high altitudes and in hot conditions. Inside the cockpit, pilots use a modern glass display system. A 4-axis autopilot helps reduce their workload, while advanced features like synthetic vision, terrain awareness, and warning, enhanced vision for low visibility, and a highway in the sky navigation aid improve safety and situational awareness. With 2 engines, the helicopter can continue operating safely even if one engine stops. Rise 50. At 50 feet long and 16 feet wide, the Rise 50 is built to feel spacious while still being able to move through shallow waters thanks to a draft of less than 2 feet. It offers about 1,291 music foot of usable space and weighs around 16 tons. With 2 200 horsepower engines, it cruises comfortably at about 6 knots and can reach up to 12 knots at top speed. The boat carries 500 L each of fuel and fresh water, plus a 250 L tank for wastewater. The Rise 50 is part of Varon's Rise series, designed as floating homes that combine the feel of a yacht with the comfort of a residence. As the first step in the lineup, this model is aimed at couples or small families. Its layout focuses on one bedroom, though some versions may include 2 cabins, making space for up to 4 people. With 120 m of usable space, it feels like a luxury hotel suite. The bathroom alone is larger than some apartments, offering exceptional comfort and spaciousness. The true highlight, however, is the upper deck, which features inviting sofas that create the perfect spot for relaxation and leisure. Thanks to its shallow draft, the boat can anchor close to shorelines and enter bays or inlets that larger yachts can't reach. It's not built for long ocean crossings, but can safely travel up to 200 nautical miles offshore when the weather is right. Music. Hydro blade. This hydril can hit speeds up to 45 miles per hour and in moderate use run for music about 4 hours. It's powered by two motors that can peak at 8 kilowatts each. Energy comes from two 5.5 kilowatt-hour batteries. With both batteries installed, the craft weighs around 220 pounds and supports riders up to roughly 250 pounds. Each battery charges in under 4 hours. As it speeds up, the front and rear hydro oils lift the craft out of the water. At slow speeds, part of the body still sits in the water. Once you accelerate, the foils raise the craft above the surface, cutting drag and making the ride smoother. You steer with folding handlebars instead of a handheld remote, which many other eFoils use. This setup feels more natural and can make the craft easier to control. A small screen on the handlebars shows your battery level, speed, and estimated range. You can also check more data in a music smartphone app over Bluetooth. For transport and storage, the front foil retracts and the mast folds down to shrink its size. The outer body uses a tough composite shell designed to resist impacts. Music and there are built-in flotation elements for extra safety. The batteries mount on the outside, so they're easy to reach and can be removed without taking the craft apart. Because of its size and weight, moving and setting it up takes some effort. Still, it's quiet and produces no emissions while you ride over open water. The Hydrolate is priced at $25,000. Music. INSTEROID. The INSTEROID is a bold vision, a fusion of cyberpunk style and rally-inspired chaos. It takes the small Insta electric car and gives it a completely new look. It's definitely electric, but Hyundai hasn't shared numbers like power, battery size, or music range. For a rough idea, the regular Insta makes about 103 horsepower. The body is much wider with big fenders, track-style wheels, and showy aero parts like a large rear diffuser and vents around the wheel arches. These pieces suggest better airflow and a more aggressive stance. Hyundai also talks about lighter, smarter materials. The seats use 3D knit fabric made from recycled yarn, and the structure includes lattice patterns meant to cut weight while staying strong. Music inside, the cabin is stripped back to feel like a racing simulator. There's a roll cage, deep bucket seats, and controls you can fine-tune. The car adds sounds and visuals that react to what you're doing. Different tones play when you get in, idle, or start sliding in drift mode. And the screens show icons and feedback that tie into your actions. It turns driving into a kind of interactive game. Hyundai is betting that this shift will appeal to younger customers on the Insta, particularly gamers. Whether the strategy pays off remains to be seen. TBUG. The team at Twisted took a classic VW Beetle and transformed it into an off-road machine. The result is a buggy-like vehicle with a shortened front end and a redesigned suspension system, giving it capabilities that the original Beetle could only dream of. The suspension gets a full makeover. Long travel Bilstein shocks soak up bumps. And some versions add independent rear suspension. The chassis is cleaned, sealed, and reinforced. Music ride. Height is lifted, and it rolls on EMPI Baja wheels wrapped in BFG Goodrich all-terrain tires. Brakes are upgraded to front discs with a dual circuit setup, and some rear parts come from Porsche. The electrics switch from the old 6V system to 12VT with brand new wiring, LED lights, and modern gauges. The body is trimmed for off-road use with cutaway fenders and flared arches. Some builds even shorten the tail. Inside, the look stays vintage with leather or vinyl seats, a wood steering wheel, and bucket seats where desired. Modern touches are tucked away. Digital instruments, DAB, and Bluetooth audio, better soundproofing and updated wiring. Bulk distance. The bulk distance mobile wins you over with its aerodynamics, and it's no surprise why. One of the experts behind its design had previously worked on Porsche and Lamborghini cars, and the influence shows. Its performance speaks for itself. One rider once covered 200 kilometers on a bulk distance at an average speed of about 35 km/h music, and that's not all. It measures about 104 in long, 27 in wide, and 34 in tall. The weight is around 55 pounds with a little over 3 in of clearance from the ground. Its frame is made from glass reinforced plastic, which keeps it strong but still light. The design was carefully shaped with computer simulations to make it as aerodynamic as possible. Inside, the seating comes with a Ventasid pad and a medium carbon headrest fitting riders between 5 feet 3 inches in and 5 feet 11 inches in. Extra touches like shoulder pads, elbow rests, and floor mats add comfort. For weather protection, it comes with a race hood that has side windows, an anti-fog lens, and even a small windscreen wiper. The Velmobile's long wheelbase and narrow width help it stay stable and cut through the air more easily. Previous models from this line could cruise at 21 to 22 miles per hour and reach up to 31 miles per hour in good conditions. And this one is designed to push performance even further. Music. Phantom 3500. The Phantom 3500 private jet is gearing up to take the crown in business aviation. Its design eliminates traditional windows, a choice that enabled engineers to refine and improve its aerodynamic performance. It is designed to perform well at high altitudes and over long distances, and it can fly up to 51,000 feet and cover about 3,200 nautical miles when carrying 4 passengers. Inside, the cabin offers plenty of space with a flat floor and a ceiling height of 6 feet 5 inches in. It's divided into 4 flexible living areas. The plane is expected to cruise at speeds between Mach 0.78 and 0.88 and needs less than 3,500 feet of runway to take off. Compared to similar jets, fuel use and operating costs may be cut by 30 to 50%. It is also built to work with sustainable fuels, reducing emissions. Instead of traditional windows in the back, the aircraft uses high-resolution cameras and interior displays to show outside views on walls and ceilings. This not only gives passengers the same experience as looking out of a window, but also makes the plane more aerodynamic. OLTO Aerospace, the company building it, is building on its earlier work with the EXILE 500L. Their main goal is to keep airflow smooth around the plane at high speeds. For certification, OLTO is working under FAA Part 23 rules, which apply to smaller and less complex aircraft, making approval simpler. They are also using proven engines and avionics to reduce risks during development. The project is moving toward a key design review in late 2025. The first test flight is planned for 2027 with hopes of entering the market in 2030. As for the price, it's currently estimated at $18 million. Phantom Air. The 850 Phantom Air comes from a unique partnership between the Austrian shipyard Freyr and the German automotive powerhouse Porsche. So, it's no wonder that beneath the deck, you'll find an electric motor delivering an impressive 544 horsepower at its peak. It's 28.4 feet long and 8.2 feet wide. Clearance height is 4.4 feet and it weighs about 6,170 lb and can carry up to 9 people. Charging is easy. 11 kilowatts AC for regular top-ups or DC fast charging above 250 kilowatts for quick stops. In good conditions, you can go from 10% to 80% in under 30 minutes. In Sport Plus mode, it can reach up to 53 miles per hour, while an easy cruising speed is about 25 miles per hour. Expect around 28 miles of range at higher speeds and over 62 miles at slow displacement pace. Around the deck, you'll find a swim platform and lounge. At the back, sun pads, music and cushioned benches at the bow. Gear includes 2 bimini tops for shade, an electric anchor winch with a stainless anchor, a refrigerator, and a premium sound system. Music: it's rated as Category C, which means it's made for lakes, rivers, harbors, and bays, and can handle moderate open water conditions. The electric system is marine ready with waterproof housings, cooling, and shock-damped battery mounts. The only downside is that the price is sky high, around $672,000. BMW CE04. The allure of the BMW CE04 electric scooter is hidden in the details. It has a low, flat battery under the floor, clean lines, and a sharp angular look. It's built for city travel. Quiet, quick, and with no emissions. It uses a liquid-cooled electric motor that can deliver up to 42 horsepower at its peak and 20 horsepower continuously. Music. You get strong pull right away, about 60 Nm of torque. So, it sprints from 0 to 30 miles per hour in roughly 2.6 seconds. The top speed is electronically limited to 75 miles per hour. The battery gives a tested range of up to 81 km. Plugging into a normal home takes around 3.5 hours to reach 80%. With the optional 6.9 kilowatts charger, that time drops a lot. The frame is a single piece of tubular steel, and the battery sits under your feet for a low center of gravity and a steady feel. It rolls on 15-in wheels with 120/70 tires up front and 160/60 at the back. It costs $16,542. Music. It takes off on a rocket, circles the vortex Earth, and then lands on a runway like a regular airplane. This is the main idea. Behind Vortex, a reusable space plane designed by Dawg Aviation. It can operate both in space and within Earth's atmosphere, switching between flight modes for vacuum, high-speed re-entry, and gentle landing. Its design includes a built-in bay for cargo, meaning no extra cover is needed outside the vehicle. To survive re-entry, engineers are working on special heat protection and music control systems. The final crewed version is expected to be about 39 foot long with a wingspan of around 23 feet. The project is being developed step by step. The first stage, called VORTEX D, is a smaller test model about 13 feet long, with an 8 feet wingspan. Music: it will check how the craft handles re-entry heat and aerodynamics. Next comes VORTEX S, which will test autonomous operations in orbit. Later phases will bring larger models. VORTEX C for uncrewed cargo missions and VORTEX M for flights carrying people. Each stage adds more complexity and capability. It is meant to serve many purposes in orbit. It could carry supplies or astronauts to space stations, work as an independent unit in space, or perform tasks like repairs and refueling. It might also be used for defense missions such as deploying assets or conducting surveillance from orbit. The engineering team faces big challenges. They must manage extreme heat at speeds close to Mach 25, music, maintain control when switching between space and atmospheric flight, and build a structure strong enough to endure both launch and landing. They also need to integrate the space plane with rockets in a way that avoids using extra fairings. The first suborbital flight is expected to take place in 2028. Music SP-80. This boat is about 10.5 m long and 7.5 m wide. Instead of a sail, it uses a big kite to catch the wind. Its frame is made from lightweight carbon layers. Two pilots sit side by side in a covered cockpit. The kite can be swapped between 20 and 50 square meters depending on wind strength. Under the water, special wing-like foils lift the boat, keep it stable, and reduce drag and issues like cavitation at high speeds. Inside the cockpit, the pilots control both the boat and the kite. Mechanical parts link the kite's pole straight to the hull and the foils, which makes steering very precise. For safety, there's a system to release the kite quickly if something goes wrong. Before building the full-size boat, the team ran computer simulations, tested shapes and wind tunnels, and tried a half-size prototype on Lake Geneva to see how it handled. The goal is to beat the world sailing speed record of 65.45 knots over 500 m, a record from 2012. In testing, the boat has already hit more than 58 knots at top speed and averaged over 41 knots across 500 meters. The team is aiming for 80 knots, about 150 km/h, using only wind power. Music where the road ends, the realm of pickup. Pickup Max. Max begins. It runs on a 152 horsepower diesel engine. It's built for tough environments where normal vehicles would struggle. Depending on the setup, it can either carry up to 4 tons of cargo or transport between 2 and 5 passengers. Different versions of the Pickup Max are built with different goals. Some models are mainly for hauling cargo, while Others are arranged to carry small groups of people. The engine is known for delivering strong pulling power at low speeds, which is exactly what's needed for moving through mud, snow, or other demanding terrain. The Pickup Max is made by Sever Trucks as a practical workhorse for regions with harsh landscapes. It is designed to keep working in difficult conditions, whether that means soft ground, steep areas, or extreme seasonal weather. Its off-road assurance is further strengthened by paired axles, a stabilizing suspension system, and rugged, heavy-duty tires. The Pickup Max is now available for purchase at $218,000. Music. EcoPulse. The EcoPulse demonstrator is powered by 6 electric motors, each mounted on the wings and producing about 50 kilowatts of power. These motors are supported by an 800 VT lithium-ion battery system and a generator driven by a gas turbine. Together they form a hybrid electric propulsion setup that can generate up to 350 kilowatts. This is enough to run all the electric propellers at the same time. This project was developed through a partnership between Airbus, Dehair, and Safran. The goal was to explore how hybrid electric power and distributed propulsion could make aviation cleaner and quieter. EcoPulse made its first flight in November 2023 and wrapped up testing in December 2024. During this period, it flew about 50 missions totaling 100 flight hours with around 16 hours powered fully by electricity.